We couldn't really see the video evidence that was shown to the jury at the top of the morning. Let me walk you through kind of what that looked like. So it was a Richmond detective walking through video surveillance from the Altria and around Monroe Park. And that detective said that he was able to stop the video when he first believed that gunshots first rang out. And based on what we heard, the prosecution paid special attention to where Pollard was in relation to Jackson. And the detective says that Pollard looked to be behind Jackson based on the video and the individuals who were positioned in that video. Now, then we heard from two investigators who looked over evidence pertaining to firearms, and it appears 4 guns were fired that day, but they showed us Sean Jackson's clothing that day, and it had multiple bullet holes in it, one in his torso area, but it is still unclear where the bullet may have entered or exited his body. They only tied 2 bullets found in Jackson's body to Pollard's gun, and it's important to note that earlier this week we were told by the prosecution that Pollard shot Jackson 6 times. Now then we see Pollard's interview with the first detective that we heard from, and Pollard talks about existing issues between friend groups. He said one of his friends was killed in the past, and that created drama between his friend group and Jackson's group. Now Pollard then goes on to say that he didn't even want to be at the graduation, but his cousin was graduating. He said he later saw Malachi Mann, who he says was tied to his friend's death, outside of the graduation, and that's what prompted him to get his gun from his vehicle. Pollard then says after the graduation, once everyone was at Monroe Park, Jackson's friends started antagonizing his group, saying they were going to, quote, crush him. And that was around the same time that he says he saw one of Jackson's friends actually reach for a backpack, and he says that's when he said he pulled out his gun and fired. He said he didn't know if he actually fired the first shot because other gunshots rang out, and then he says afterward he ran. He does admit to believing that he may have shot Jackson and that he might have hit him in the back. Now, Pollard did tell this detective that he did what he did because he was scared. We also got to hear transcriptions of what he was saying once the detective actually left the room, and he said he never should have gone. He said he never should have gone to graduation and that his life was now over because of what went down. In Richmond, I'm Elizabeth Holmes, CBS 6 News.